So here we are at Safe Ride for Kids. This is our first ever Periscope, and we wanted to do it here on a Sunday afternoon in snowy, cold, sunny Colorado. We are out with the family today, and we just thought we'd take a few minutes to share with you, our followers, Safe Ride for Kids, a little bit about our history, our story, where we came from, and why we do what we do. We're hoping that the audio comes through real clear for you. We'd love to have some interaction. If you have any specific questions that you want us to answer, feel free to send those in, and we will do our best to answer those live today. So, I'm Greg DeRocher. I'm the CEO of the company, and I got started in kids and car seat safety during my career as a firefighter paramedic. You know, I knew that I wanted to become a firefighter. Really, I got started as a firefighter as a volunteer. And I did that for about 5 years before I got hired on as a career paid fireman. And I've always wanted to help. I've always wanted to be part of the solution. I've always wanted to help people. And that's really driven my career path in my life. And as I became experienced in responding to car crashes and other types of calls, I realized that prevention is really a big part of what I want my life to be about. Because, you know, by the time the fire trucks are rolling up on a car crash, it's too late. It's too late to prevent the injuries. And if we can go upstream and prevent the injury, you know, everybody is better off. It's better off for the person involved in the crash. It's better off on everybody's finances, and there's no long-term injuries or ramifications from that. So I knew I wanted to be in prevention. I also realized that children are often the innocent victims of their parents' choices, their caregivers' choices. You know, a lot of kids, they don't have a choice to not get buckled up. But there's a lot of parents out there, unfortunately, who don't buckle their kids up. Those kids don't know the risk that they're at. It's not their choice. And I realized that, you know, if I'm really going to help the most innocent people in our society, helping the children is where I wanted to be. And my wife has joined me on that journey. We've been married, 12 years, been together 13, and shortly after meeting, she became a certified car seat technician as well. And we both have been working here in Colorado for 15 years, helping parents keep their kids safe in the car. So when I was with the fire department, I actually got involved with the state of Colorado's child passenger safety training program. And through that, I met a lady by the name of Vera Fullaway. And over the years, Vera and I traveled the state of Colorado together, certifying car seat technicians. We were both instructors, and Vera was actually the state training coordinator for the state of Colorado at the time. Turns out that Vera's husband was also one of my district chiefs at the fire department. So, she understood the fireman life as well. She'd been married to a fireman for umpteen years. And we got along great. We became really good friends. We still are today. And over the years, Vera had mentioned to me several times that there was this really cool product called the RideSafer travel vest. And she would show it in class, and we would teach the new technicians about it, kind of in a very cursory way, a little bit about it. And she, turns out, has been involved with the manufacture of the RideSafer safe traffic system since the initial conception stages of the vest. The vest was originally and first became commercially available in the U.S. in 2001, I believe. So, or maybe it was 2004. I think it was 2004. Anyway, she'd been telling me, hey, here's this great product that could really use, your and Amy's expertise in helping market it and get it out there. Parents really need to know about it. It's a great thing. And at the time, I was perfectly happy as a fireman, and we were raising our family and busy, and I really didn't want to take on an entrepreneurial venture at that point. So then come 2012. By 2012, I had already resigned from the fire department to start an entrepreneurial venture. I got bit by the entrepreneurial bug, and then along came Brody. Brody is our youngest child and our third child, and he kind of surprised us with coming along 6 years after his oldest brother was born, and there's his sister Sienna in between. So about 5 years between Sienna and Brody, and we realized that our vehicle at the time would not fit 3 car seats across. So that's when we took a good hard look at the RideSafer travel vest, and we realized that the vest was a great solution for us. It solved our problem of needing to fit 3 car seats across the back seat of the car. It also made traveling with, when you have 3 kids, you're outnumbered as parents. So it made traveling that much easier for us. And we saw an opportunity for a business. We knew that we could promote the RideSafer in a way that had never been done before. We knew that we could get people engaged and help them realize how valuable the RideSafer could be to them in making their life easier and keeping their kids safe in the process. So we happened to run into our friends Jeff and Stephanie that we had met several years earlier, actually in a volunteer organization in the personal development world. We were volunteering for Tony Robbins, and we had gotten to know Jeff and Stephanie and felt really comfortable with them. They had become really good friends, and we shared values, the values of contributing and giving back and having a meaning and a purpose for your life. And they agreed to join us as our business partners in promoting the RideSafer travel vest. So in 2013, really December 2012, we went into business. We started our business and really started promoting the RideSafer travel vest in 2013 and 2014. During that time frame, we got introduced to another product that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. But one of the things that I learned in paramedic school is that a pregnant woman in a car crash is to be considered a critical patient until proven otherwise. Meaning there are serious risks to a pregnant woman who is involved in a car crash. From an emergency responder perspective, I knew it was true. As the father and husband to, father of 3 kids and husband to Amy, going through 3 pregnancies together, I knew that the seatbelt could be extremely uncomfortable for pregnant women. And then if you throw in the risks of the seatbelt to the anatomy of where the baby is and where the pregnancy organs are, all of these things I knew were factors of driving in a car and being pregnant. In late 2013, we were introduced to a product called the Tummy Shield, which comes from Australia. There is a gentleman by the name of George there who invented the product after his daughter was born with a traumatic brain injury from the seatbelt. And he knows it was the seatbelt because his wife was the passenger, and he didn't even crash. It was just a sudden stop. And a few months later, she was born, and they realized that she was having some developmental delays, and turned out to be a traumatic brain injury that they traced back to this event in the car with the seatbelt. Our company, Safe Ride for Kids, took on the mission of bringing seatbelt safety to the pregnant woman here in the United States. We believe that the Tummy Shield has been the missing piece in child passenger safety for children, and it addresses that safety during the pregnancy stage of development. We all know that kids rear-facing in a car seat are safer than a forward-facing car seat, and we all go through great lengths to keep our kids in the best, safest car seat after they're born. But we don't address the safety issue when they're still in utero. And that's been a missing piece of the puzzle that the tummy shield addresses. So, Tummy Shield, George, in Australia, has agreed to allow the Safe Ride for Kids to be the U.S. representative for the Tummy Shield. We are bringing the Tummy Shield to the U.S., and 2016 is really going to be the year that we launch it in a big way. Our team, we all at Safe Ride for Kids knew that there was a need. We knew that there was demand. There was a problem that needs to be solved. You know, and I don't know if you've ever heard of or thought of it this way, but really, being a firefighter is really just being a problem solver. 911 is who people call when they don't know how to solve their problem. So when we show up, we're there to solve their problems. It's in the nature, in the DNA of being a firefighter. This company and this project really align with that in me. In early November, our company was contacted by an email. The email came from a lady in California. Her name is Taylor. And she shared her heartbreaking story. 2 weeks earlier, she had been in a car crash. She was 8 months pregnant at the time, and her baby Bailey didn't survive the crash. She lived for about 12 hours, and then Taylor and Ryan had to decide to take her off life support. She had suffered a severe skull fracture and brain injury from the seatbelt. Ryan was driving the car, and Taylor was passenger. And they were at a stop sign, and somebody pulled out in front of them just as they started. Actually, they were making a turn. Somebody was at a stop sign and pulled out in front of them as they made the turn. It was a moderate crash. You know, if I was writing the report on the crash as a paramedic responding, I would have described it as a moderate car crash. I certainly wouldn't have expected a fatality out of the scenario. Taylor and Ryan both, under other circumstances, could have just walked away from the car crash. Ryan had some injury, a cut on his forehead, something like that, but he was ambulatory on the scene. Taylor's message to us was, if I had known about this product earlier, before, I would have been using it, and Bailey would still be with us today. That message, that interaction has really moved our team to focus on spreading this mission, the Tummy Shield, in 2016. We invite you as our followers to join us, help us, and really understand and appreciate what we're trying to do. Safe Ride for Kids is about keeping kids safe in the car, increasing convenience for parents in some respects. You know, the RideSafer vest, most people wouldn't see this as a car seat, but this makes traveling with your kids a breeze. You know, a lot of parents are sick and tired of lugging car seats on vacation. The RideSafer vest makes it easy, and it solves many other challenges as well. And it's rated for kids 3 years old and up. This is the Tummy Shield. The Tummy Shield, inside this foam cushion, is a stainless steel plate, and there's this anchor point here. And the seatbelt that would normally be coming across the mother's pregnant tummy comes down and engages this anchor point, kind of like a race car or a kid's 5-point harness, and makes the lap part of the seatbelt a leg harness. And it really does a great job of securing the lower pelvis and the lower extremities, and redirecting the crash forces off the pregnant belly. It makes the seatbelt comfortable to wear, which I can't imagine there's many pregnant women out there who wouldn't appreciate that as well. So that's where we are. We've been in business 3 years. We are a growing company, and we are focused on customer service. We're here to help parents just like you keep your kids safe in the car, and we believe that car seat safety, vehicle safety starts during pregnancy with the tummy shield. And we hope to join you. This is the first of many Periscope video blogs that we're going to be doing, so we're happy that those of you who joined us were here. If you have any questions, feel free to send those in. If you have want to send us a heart on the screen, that'd be great too. And we'll be posting this on our blog. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.